Hello everyone, and welcome to Theatrical Thursday. I sipped at the drink and grimaced. Warm? You did not tell me otherwise, he said. I shall be happy to similarly fulfill any such command you give me, Sir Knight, but for those that contravene the orders of my queen. Translation? I don't want to be here, I don't like you, give me commands and I will give you hell for it. I nodded. I hear you. I sipped at the Coke. Warm or not, it was still Coke. So why the tux? What's the occasion? Tonight is a celebration of birth. Birthday party, I said, huh? Whose? Sith said absolutely nothing for several seconds. Then he rose and leapt down to the floor, landing without a sound. He flowed past me to the door. You cannot possibly be that stupid. Follow me. My hair was still pretty messy. I slopped some water on it and combed it back, which was as close to neat as it was going to get, and then walked after Sith, my patent leather formal shoes gleaming and clicking on the stone floor. Who's going to be at this party? I asked Sith when I caught up with him. I hadn't left my chambers in a while. My entire life had been eating, sleeping, and getting myself put back together. Besides, I hadn't wanted to go sightseeing around Arctis Tor. The last time I had been there, I'd pissed off the fairies. Like, all of them. I hadn't fancied the idea of bumping into some hostile boogeyman looking for payback in a dark corridor. The door leading from my chambers opened by itself, and Sith walked through it with me behind him. The high and mighty among the winter Sith said. Important figures from the wild. There may even be a delegation from summer there. As we emerged into the capital of winter, the corridors changed from a more or less like smooth, poured concrete to a crystalline ice in every hue of glacial blue and green, the bands of color merging, intertwining. Flickers of light danced through the depths of the ice like lazy fireflies of violet and crimson and cold sky blue. My eyes wanted to follow the lights, but I didn't let them. I couldn't tell you why, but my instincts told me that it would be dangerous, and I listened to them. Kind of a big event, huh? I said. Think there'll be a problem with the paparazzi? One may hope, Sith said. Dispatching the perpetrators of such an intrusion would be gratifying. The air was arctic cold. I could feel the biting depth of the chill, but its fangs couldn't seem to break my skin. It wasn't exactly comfortable, but it didn't matter. I didn't shiver. I didn't shake. I chalked it up to the power that Mab had given me. Sith led me down a much dimmer corridor, and we passed in and out of patches of deep darkness and cold, sullen light. As we did, our shadows danced and stretched. After a few seconds, I noticed that the Sith's shadow was larger than mine. Like 7 or 8 times larger than mine. I gulped. The last time I was at a supernatural shindig, I got poisoned, and then everything there tried to kill me, so I burned the whole place to the ground, I said. An appropriate way to deal with one's enemies, Sith said. Perhaps you'll find Arctis Tor less flammable. Well, I've never met a place I couldn't blow up, burn down, or knock over with enough motivation, I said. Think anyone at the party wants to kill me? Yes. I want to kill you. Because I annoy you? Because I enjoy it, Sith glanced up at me for a moment. His billboard-sized shadow on the wall mirrored the motion. And you also annoy me. It's one of my gifts. Asking annoying questions is another. Other than you, is there anyone at the party I should make sure not to turn my back on? You are of winter now, wizard. He turned his golden eyes away from me again. Don't turn your back on anyone. I will have you all know that this is the new book I just got, literally hours ago, and I've been reading it ever since. I had a hard time pulling myself away from reading myself and going back a little ways and reading a part of the book that I thought you guys would find interesting. Anyway, I'm going to go back to that now. I hope you enjoyed this week's installment of Theatrical Thursday. Theatrical Thursday, yes. Until next week, enjoy books.